What's up, guys? Day 22, Mad Rambles. I said last week, or on Sunday, every time this week, I would come with better professionalism. Kind of fucked that a little bit, realised now in yesterday's video, starting on the forward and then it wasn't quite on the slant, so hopefully today's better. Starting on the landscape even slant. But yeah, starting on landscape, trying to get video professionalism better, trying to do it when the sun's out, better lighting so you can see me, see my expressions, popular, engage in what I'm talking about. Said I'd still be enthusiastic. I would try go into detail about the things I'm talking about, so whoever's listening, if they do benefit from it, they can benefit as much as possible. And I'll come with an idea. Today's idea is harnessing what you have, harnessing whatever it is you have. A lot of people, especially in today's world, you hear them talk about aggression's a bad thing. They're like, oh, I can't be aggressive. If a kid's aggressive, they're like, you need anger management, mate. Suppress that aggression. Push it away. Throw it away. Don't let it come out. And ultimately, everyone knows it'll bubble and bubble and bubble till it explodes, and that's when problems happen. And as men, I say as men because, funny enough, again, I'm not a woman. I do have a cock, so I can't say for women. But as men, I generally feel from what I've experienced and what I've seen, we exist and we live better and we are happier when you utilize those emotions instead of suppressing them. In this today's age, people are constantly like, oh, you shouldn't feel like this. Oh, you should try and feel happy. Oh, you should try and deal with your emotions in terms of, you should sort of suppress them and whatnot, or you should just let them out. If you want to cry, you should just let it out. And I feel that works beautifully with women. That creates some stellar women. But with men, it's what creates your school shooters. It what creates your fucking geezers at 4 a.m. in the morning who have been watching porn and playing PlayStation high as fuck for the last 7 hours. It creates your men at 35 years old with no opportunities in life. It creates the 50-year-olds that are committing suicide or whatever because their life doesn't have purpose or meaning. And I think it's obviously not a direct correlation, but I think it is a attributing factor for those problems. And that is, as men, you're taught these things. But in reality, I've realised this, it's okay to be fucking angry. In fact, it's good. It's good. Like, why is it bad? Yes, if you're angry and you hit someone, not fucking good, unless obviously in a controlled environment like sparring, MMA, jiu-jitsu, whatever it is. But if you just hit someone, that's not good. But that comes under the idea that you don't know how to control your emotions. And when you know how to control your emotions, it is different than just giving in to them. Because it's dangerous to give in to your emotions. When you're angry, if you give in to your emotions, you'll hit someone. If you're sad, you give in to your emotions, you'll cry. If you're tired, you'll give in to your emotions and just relax. Instead of utilizing them to your benefit. And that's what I feel like all the best men that I've seen do. I'm trying to do this day in and day out. And again, I'm not perfect. I'm far fucking from it. But I try every single day to utilize the things that I teach and I just say, I talk about, to where hopefully I can grow and become better and better day in and day out from it. So what do I mean by utilizing and harnessing your emotions for your benefit? When you are angry, most people just bottle it in, and obviously that explodes. Or they try to push it in and say they're not angry, and that becomes a waste. It's almost like being like having all this food and then just throwing it in the bin, and then be like, well, I'm hungry. Well, yeah, obviously the fuel you just had, you just threw away. And aggression, especially aggression, is like that. When you're pissed off, when you're aggressive, I think a lot of men are, like I am, a lot of the time, just naturally, society tells you to push it down. It keeps telling you to push that. And then when you get to do the things you want to do, you have no fuel. And then you're wandering in life, poor, no opportunities, fucking watching porn, 2 o'clock, playing PlayStation. And you're sat there like, oh, why can't my life be like the people I look up to? Oh, I just don't have what I need. I don't have what it takes to get there, or I'm just too tired all the time. I don't have the motivation all the time. Oh. That's because when the motivation comes to you through forms like aggression, you don't use it properly. You don't harness it. You just take it in, throw it away. And it's wasteful. Aggression is beautiful if you know how to use it. And like a lot of things in life, you can take something that's beautiful and you can turn it into evil. And that's where you take your aggression, you hit people. That's not good. But if you take that aggression and harness it and say, you know what, I'm pissed off, I don't have enough money. I'm pissed off. People don't respect me. I'm fucking angry that the world doesn't give me what I want. I'm fucking angry. So what do? You utilize that anger. Formulate a plan. I've talked about this before. Details, breaking stuff down. You find what you want, your purpose, and you attack it with that aggression. And you harness and push that aggression into everything that you want. And it'll allow you to outwork any of those that don't. And I've seen this, like, I've done X amount of hours of work, and people, my fucking parents have been like, oh, you need a break, you need a rest. But I don't feel like I need it. I don't want it. I have the fuel inside of me. If everyone's going 10 miles in a car because they only have a certain amount of petrol, right? They're going to assume you can't go 100. But if you have a big enough tank and you have a big enough tank, engine and tank and whatnot, and you have spare canisters full of petrol and whatnot, you can go that 100 miles, no bother. You can do that easy because you have the resources to do it. And that is why aggression is so beautiful. It provides you with the resource to push where others can't. It provides you that motivation to work when others stop or just don't want to. It is the antithesis to complacency and laziness. And happiness. Because happiness, when people are happy, they want to just relax. But when you're angry, you want to fucking work, you want to do something about it. And this can be done in any form. And I believe it should be done in at least 2 forms. I think it should be done mentally and physically. Because when you can, not only do you need a strong body, strong mind to have a good strong body, and a strong body to have a strong mind, but I feel it provides different ways in which to harness that aggression. Because for me, at least, whenever I'm working, or trying to anyway, and utilising that aggression in that way, I'm sort of antsy. I sort of want to do something. I want to push. I want to fight. I want to do something. I want to lift weights. And doing the weights gets that out of you, or fighting gets that out of you, and then you can come back and do your studies and do your business or do your work mental, and vice versa. So it's important to understand how to utilize your aggression, where to put it, where you benefit from it most. Where you benefit from it might be not the same as the other geezer. You know, physically you might utilize your aggression. You might benefit most from running. Some people might benefit from deadlifting, lifting heavy weights. Some people might benefit more from fighting. But the point is to utilize it in a physical and a mental aspect. To push yourself in a physical and mental aspect. And that way, I feel like you'll just ascend far greater than those around you. Because you can't not, because you're just outworking them. The end of the story is you're just outworking them. And you're outworking them because you have the secret sauce, the aggression, secret power to pushing when others don't want to push. But that's only because you utilize it in the right ways. and you recognize its beauty. Being a cool 10 minutes. Peace.